Hello, 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 and welcome to Coffee Chats with MomJonz. Yo, I am MomJonz, Sybil Jones, in case you didn't connect the dots there. It has been a while since I've been here live with a coffee chat, but hey, I promised my members of Mamas and Coffee Facebook group that I am back. I am back. I'm going to show up here at least 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I am currently living in Bahrain in the Middle East, so coffee chats for me is actually afternoon chats because it's 2:30 p.m. for me. So, but I am still coming to you live for our 7:30 a.m. chat with my Know You Be You Love You mug. Yes, y'all, I still have this mug, and if you would like to get this mug, go on over to mamasandcoffee.com, click shop, and you can get it. Okay, just saying. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start our coffee chats back with a very important topic. Okay, teenagers. Where's all my moms who are raising teenagers right now? If you have a child between the age of 13 and 19, you have a teenager in your house that may have you walking around saying, lions, tigers, bears, teen, oh my, lions and tigers and bears, teen, oh my. Because, teenagers, they make you feel like you are living in the forest somewhere. Like you like, dang. They disappear for a while. They'll be gone for hours, just in their rooms for hours. And then they appear talking about what's for dinner. You looking at them like, what you mean what's for dinner? I haven't seen you all day long. But we're going to get to that later on in another coffee chat episode. Now, just a quick recap. Our coffee chats are 15 minutes and under. And y'all know I have the gift of gab. So me staying under 15 minutes is hard. We already at 4 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay because y'all need all the intro. Y'all need to get all of this MomJonz loving, all this energy. I need to release it to you. I need to pour back into my lovely community that I love so much. So just bear with me. We're going to get to the topic at hand. So you have your teenagers. And let me tell you why I can talk about this topic. Because I have two. I have two teenagers, two teen daughters, as a matter of fact. Now, for those who have been around Mamas and Coffee for a while, you're like, MomJonz, I thought you had three. I do. I have three daughters. But my eldest, she has exited the teen years and now in the 20s. Okay, look, that's where that extra wisdom come in. Because parenting a 20-year-old, when your kids get in their 20s, right? Like they're legal adults at 18, but when they hit that age of 20, the dynamics change. They change a little more. But we'll talk about that later. Oh, actually, I'll give you a little sneak peek. As my lovely 20-year-old reminds me from time to time. Mom. Yeah. Actually, she calls me mommy. She still calls me mommy. Or mama. But mommy. Yeah. Remember when you used to tell us, you ain't none of our little friends? She's like, but now you my little friend. She'll call me from college or text me, and we just be in there giggling. Just the relationship does change as they get older. But we're going to talk about that later. Because today I want to talk to you about giving you a little tiny reminder that you were once a teenager. Did you forget that? Did you forget that you were once a teenager? And this particular topic is going to be twofold because we're going to circle back to remembering when you were a teenager when we talk to our parents with younger children. Okay. But we're going to save that for a little later. But I want you to think about this as you're parenting that 13-year-old, that 16-year-old, that 18-year-old that make you want to lose your mind. Oh, because they make you want to lose your mind. They make you want to jump. But this is something that I have thought about over the years. And now that two of my three are out of the home because our 18-year-old is in her freshman year, her freshman year of college, and our 20-year-old is in her junior year of college. I've had time to reflect a little bit, and I'm like, you know what, MomJonz, your kids, and this goes for you too. Your kids, their actions are you and your husband or their father, right? They the way they act, it's you. They taken after one of you, okay? But I want you to ask yourself the best way to parent, the best tool that you can use when parenting your teenager. It is, oh, hold on, sorry. It is remembering that you were once a teenager as well. That is the best tool to keep in your back pocket when you about to lose your mind when it comes to parenting your teenager. Remember that you were also a teenager. Because I know, as moms, we do know it all. We do. We do. But we forget that when we were teenagers, sometimes our actions, that was our way of communicating with our moms. When we had an attitude, we had an attitude because we were trying to communicate with our moms. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, my communication didn't always go over too well. So I had to learn to communicate a little differently. But as I entered my 20s and could sit down and have a conversation with my mom, I understood where she was coming from as a mother when it came to parenting. And I respect it. I respect my mom's parenting and appreciate the way she raised me. Mom, love you. Thank you for being all up in my business. Always up in my business. Dang. But back to the tool that you have to remember in your back pocket, that you have in your back pocket is just how you wanted to have independence as a teenager. Your teen wants that same independence. And this is an opportunity for you to take the things that you did not necessarily like about your upbringing, not dismissing it at all, because it was different, right? I'm 47. So there was a different parenting style. Now I do parent like my mama. I parent like my mama. But I also didn't understand when I was a teenager that my mom was providing me an opportunity to have open communication with her. I didn't understand that. Looking back, I'm like, Mom, you did give me some opportunities to have open communication. But because I was a teenager and I knew it all and I was stubborn, I I couldn't see it. So my point being, because I'm rambling, is think back to how you were raised and how maybe you wished you were just told, just directly told, hey, let's sit down. Let's have a conversation about what you are trying to communicate with me. Now, the one difference for us, if you have teenagers right now, we're about the same age. Maybe you might be a little younger, a little older, but we didn't have social media. So a lot of the things that our kids are exposed to now and things that we may or may not see other kids that are the same age as our children are doing on social media. We didn't have that. So whatever we were doing, no one knew. Whatever our friends were doing, no one knew. You didn't have your mom to go home to, and you were getting this lecture about something she saw posted on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or YouTube that had absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay. Whereas today, that's what we do. We take, as moms, instead of us remembering that we are parenting our children and not the world, we have to stop looking at what we think we see everyone else doing online that are our children's age and putting those behaviors on our children, right? I'm guilty. I've done it. I've done it. I will admit to that. But back to the point at hand, because I'm just rambling. Um, let's think about knowing that you were once a teenager, understanding your emotions when you were a teenager, and how you wish you could go talk to your parents about how you were feeling, about whatever it is. And then also, number two, remembering all the things that you did as a teenager, right? Like, as moms, we get all up in our feelings because, oh, Sally, uh, Sally, I tell my kids, look, I'll just tell you, I'll just be straight up. I tell my kids, there ain't nothing you can do that I haven't done. So your best bet is just to be honest with me. Because I already know. Moms, we already know what our children are doing or about to do. So I am very honest with my teenagers. As my kids have gotten older, right? I have, as I said before, I have two in college. I'm like, hey, look, y'all, I went to college. I was 6 hours away from home. I enjoyed my young youth, my teens and my 20s. I enjoyed life, but just make smart choices. Be honest, talk to us. I'm here, your father's here. Just have open communication. But because I am rambling as I do. See, and that's what's so great about the coffee chats, because I just come on and I talk. I'm like, I've got to get all this in 15 minutes. I'm already at 15 minutes and 41 seconds. I can't see. Let me put my glasses on. Y'all, I got glasses now. That's how I know. Lions, tigers, bears, teenagers. Oh my, I gotta wear glasses. But remember that you were once a teenager. Be patient with your teenagers. Talk with them. Yes, be stern with them, right? Like, if your child needs, and I'm a stern mom, but I was stern when they were young. I did my best to set that foundation. And I say I did my best. My husband is very involved in their life, but my husband is in the military. So he was gone a lot. So a lot of the parenting came from me. But as my girls, 13, 14, And my oldest always tells me, oh, the youngest, she has it easy. I had to crawl for her to run. And she claims that she crawled for the middle to walk and for the youngest to run. And I will say I'm not as um I'm not as strict with the youngest as I was with the oldest in the middle. And that is because of experience as a mother with raising teenagers. My kids are 2 years apart, 16, 18, and 20. Right. And after the oldest, when she hit 16, I realized, hey, Sybil, your number one tool, your best advice when it comes to parenting these teenage girls is to remember that you were once a teenager. And as a teenager, I wanted the opportunity to explore, not anything bad. Now, if your kids are out there getting into things that are dangerous, that can harm them or hurt someone else, by all means, yes, step in, and we'll have a conversation about that as well. I'll do a coffee chat about that as well. But what I'm saying is, I think sometimes as moms, we 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 try to project how we want our children to be as they're as if they're 40 years old, right? Like, I've done it. I'm guilty of it. Well, wait a minute. What are you wearing? Okay, you 18. You 18. Like, my 18-year-old is not going to dress like me. My 16-year-old is not going to dress like me. My 20-year-old is not going to dress like me. Now, I am like, okay, let's keep this in mind. Let's be a little respectful here. But I know when I was a teenager, I, I wanted to wear my little crop tops, my little short shorts, and I tell my kids, your mom ain't crazy. I know. Oh, where you going? You got that baggy shirt on? Uh, you got a little top. You got a little crop top on it. How do I know? Because I was a teenager once. Mm-hmm. Sorry, mama. Love you. Right? You're like, oh, but keep open communication with your teenagers, especially your daughters. If you're a mom and you have daughters, keep that communication line open. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as reluctant as you may be right now, you will become your child's little friend. They'll call you, talking to you, but you like, girl, please. My kids tell me all the time, my two that are in college, mommy, what? Why do you answer the phone? What? I'm like, I don't answer the phone like that. They're like, yes, you do. I'm like, because I know you about to tell me something. You know when they call in to ask for money. You know, you know when they call in about something serious. You know when they calling to make you their little friend, right? Like you figure those things out based on the time of day and the day of week they call you. I'm like, oh shoot, you calling me on a Saturday afternoon? Oh yeah, I'm about to be your little friend. What you do last night? Where we go? What party we go to? Right? But anywho, my whole point being, moms of teenagers, don't forget that you were once a teenager as well. It will save your sanity. I promise you. It will save your sanity. And think about how you, not necessarily how you wanted to be treated, because I'll say this too. Before my kids were teens, I used to say, well, if my mom only, and I'm like, no, my mom did. My mom listened to me. She was still my mom. Still is my mom. My mom called me now sometimes. Sybil. I'm like, yeah, huh? Like, let me straighten up. I might get a phone call after this live. That's okay. Shoot, I'm too far for her to come pop up on me now. Yeah, I'm doing all that smack talking because I know it's a long way to Bahrain. It's a long way. But anywho, moms, remember, as you go through this phase of parenting teenagers, they will make you lose your mind. But your best tool to make it through is remembering that you were once a teenager. Okay? All right, I'll be back tomorrow for another coffee chat with MomJonz. Be sure to like, share, and if you would like to support MomJonz, you can head over to, it's coming, https://buymeacoffee.com/mamas and coffee, or just go to the website mamasandcoffee.com. You will find it says, has a little coffee icon. Click on that, or buy you some Mamas and Coffee merch from my shop. All right, thank you. Have a great day, and remember to know you, be you, and love you. It's there as well as here. All right, I'm gonna go take a nap before my 16-year-old gets home, because we got to go to the grocery store. She told me she needed some groceries in the house. I'm like, you better order some groceries from Talabat. You better order those groceries on Talabat and have them delivered. Shoot. But we're gonna go out grocery shopping. All right, have a good one. Goodbye.